I'm monitoring this one right here.
I'm so nervous.
Why you yelling?
Why are you nervous?
I said we're gonna be natural loud people.
We're
That's
already
cool.
loud.
I need it so I can adjust this accordingly.
Okay, what you need us to say a couple sentences so you can get it together. Are you picking it up?
Yeah, it's picking up. I'm trying to.
Or is it too low? So
No,
we need
it's-
to talk like Abraham Lincoln said.
No.
No,
It's
no.
talking
He
normal.
freed the slaves.
Just talk normal.
That's what I'm saying. It's talking normal.
He
Nah.
freed the slaves for real.
I don't know.
I thought
Well,
that was Harriet Tubman.
Technically, he did. but
Rosa
technically-
Parks.
No,
No,
Rosa Parks
but-
just sat on the bus.
Oh, this going in the video. This going in the video. I thought
Okay. I don't know. What should be my intro? Just for that, I'm gonna put it in the beginning of the video. The start of the video. Ooh yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. What is gonna be the start of? What's my channel name? Sweet Like Candy.
Are you sweet though?
Yeah, welcome to Sweet Like Candy. But are you sweet though? That makes no sense. Okay, we just gonna start the video. You know, we not even gonna do an intro. Cause what is the intro for?
So what are we talking about?
I mean, cause y'all
Yeah,
like
this-
y'all
I
2.5
need to know the
minutes in
topic.
already.
We are talking about my birth story. What
Okay.
happened?
Well,
I don't even know half of it.
Oh my god.
How
Oh my god, this is already failing.
I am weak.
This is failing. Okay. Well, she would have to start this off. You should start off. You should start off.
you gave birth to?
We don't need the details of how I was conceived. Because we are grown.
We can skip that.
That would be the good thing about it. 'Cause
No.
you are grown.
We don't need to know that. We are grown. We're grown.
But that's how you came, though.
No,
That's how you came.
That's
about.
how you came.
That's how you.
That's how you came.
That's how you came about. Though.
Literally, that's how you came. I was.
But anyway, though. Yeah.
Okay, you should start about how do you know you was pregnant? How you found out you was pregnant? That should be this.
I don't think I should start it out with that one.
Huh? I mean, that's where the story begins.
No, but no, because I ate some spoiled chicken and I got sick.
Oh my god.
Me and my mama both went to the hospital. I found out I was pregnant. No, that ain't that ain't no good idea.
Where'd you get the chicken from?
Hey,
No, we are. We are putting everybody on the line. I'm about to cry. Well, I didn't hear that story though. I didn't hear that story.
I didn't know that.
They thought they had food poisoning.
Yes, that's
but
what-
she was pregnant.
yes, that's right.
It wasn't food poisoning. She was pregnant.
Still food poisoning.
You need to get like there.
You still feel like this.
But yeah. So what happened after you found out you was pregnant?
Nothing really.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, I was just pregnant. I didn't know what was going on, how life was going to be, and everything.
Why you ain't abort the baby?
They wanted me to, but I didn't because that's my first child. I wasn't going to do none of that. I wanted my daughter.
The hood wanted you to abort the baby.
No, the parents wanted me to abort the baby.
Call him out. Oh my goodness. Okay.
And the father.
Okay. Well,
He already claimed these ain't his kids.
we're not gonna do that today. We're not gonna do that.
So, as it went along, I was
Okay, doctor's appointments.
6 months pregnant.
You didn't go to the doctor until you were 6 months pregnant?
Oh, well, I don't know. I was 6 months pregnant and they did an ultrasound. And they said they couldn't.
Was it a regular doctor's appointment?
Yes, it was.
Okay. What? Keep going. I was just asking I didn't know whether or not it was a doctor's appointment because something was wrong, or was it just a regular scheduled doctor's appointment.
Oh, okay. I understand that then. And they said they couldn't find her foot. So they was searching all over.
What was it
They still said they couldn't find it.
at?
They didn't know where it was.
You ain't asked some niggas where they was at.
I asked, but they said they still didn't know where it was. So they decided to send me to somewhere else.
Where? Wilson?
Somewhere in Wilson, but I can't remember where it was. Cause this has been years ago. And they still couldn't find her foot.
Well, nobody couldn't find it.
But they told me I was having a girl.
So they can find.
They could find the sex, but they couldn't find her foot.
Yeah, they couldn't find it.
That makes perfect sense.
Mm-hmm.
What did it look like? Did you see the ultrasound?
They couldn't find your foot.
Yeah, what did the ultrasound look like?
Okay, they wouldn't see anything if they couldn't find your foot.
No, I'm saying, like, did it look different compared to when you had them, like, when you got the ultrasound
Okay,
done?
we'll get to that. Okay, then they sent me to Duke. And then they found her foot.
Okay.
So they found her foot. They said it was the shape of a basketball.
All my life I thought it was football.
No, it was a basketball.
Okay.
I thought it was football.
And
I thought it was football.
I've
No, it
been
was a basketball.
deceived.
Mhm. It was a football.
You just said it was basketball.
Oh, excuse me. It was a basketball. So I still carried her.
What did Duke say?
Dude didn't say too much. They just said that it was deformed. They didn't say too much with it.
They didn't tell you at that time what it was.
They didn't tell me the time what it was until after I had you.
Okay.
They said it had something to do with a sports injury. That's what they always said.
A sports injury.
Okay, did you go back to the doctor from any time from 6 months to 9 months after that?
I went, yes. But
Did
he
they say
didn't. No, he didn't say nothing. But then,
Did they tell you was gonna still be scheduled to give regular births?
no, he said that I couldn't have regular birth. I had to have a C-section either way.
Interesting.
They ain't had no choice.
Nope. They scheduled her on the 9th of June. She decided she had her own plans to come on May 31st.
She said, I'm coming early.
They
Can't
ain't nothing to
stop
do with
me.
it.
Yeah.
So why was you giving birth on the toilet?
You gave birth on the toilet?
I didn't give birth on the toilet.
She was trying to,
I was sitting on the toilet 'cause I had to go to the bathroom,
and she was giving birth to a baby.
but I didn't know. Because, you know,
How did I know?
when you get pregnant with your first child, you don't know that.
Did you get birth?
I knew when it was time for me to.
Well, my water didn't break. And her head was already down there when I got to the hospital. So,
Yo, she was ready to come. She was coming.
I was hurting all that night anyway, so
And you just thought it was a stomach ache.
I thought I had to
Bubble guts.
use the bathroom.
She thought she had to take number 2. Come to find out it was your head.
Well, that would have been a very massive, thing. So what happened once you got to the hospital? When you arrived to the hospital, like what actually went down?
Well, it took a while before I got there because Mama had waved somebody down to take me, and then we ran into your father, so he took me. So when I got there, we got in the
Who
hospital.
rented it?
I don't even know. I don't even know.
On the street.
I don't even know.
My man's on in the streets.
But he came up after the fact, though.
Okay, so what happened when you got to the hospital?
Okay, when I got to the hospital, they went to registration, but I was holding on to that check. I was hurting like I don't know what. So I didn't even take the registration. They wheeled me on in there and they prepped me and everything. Checked me. Well, it's time for you to have your C-section now. I wasn't excited about that though, because I know that pain was gonna hurt.
That's C-section.
Mm-hmm.
Giving birth, period, is gonna hurt. It doesn't matter which route you take.
So they gave me a C-section. They put an epidural in my back.
Did it hurt?
The epidural, no, yeah, I jumped, but that was about it. It didn't hurt. And I heard them cutting me.
You heard them cussing?
Yes, I heard it. I laid on that bed and heard them cutting me.
Slice ham.
So your father was there the whole time.
That's nice.
Yeah.
What was he saying?
He wasn't saying too much, but he was behind.
Cause you know some men like to pass out.
He was rubbing me. He was rubbing my head, make sure I was okay.
Oh,
he kept
that's so
he kept asking me, "You okay? You okay?"
That's so sweet.
So he kept asking me, "Was I okay?"
Was y'all scared?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why?
Your condition.
Yeah.
You hush.
After he gave after he took you out and he showed me to you. He showed me you.
Did you see my foot?
Not at first. I didn't. No, I didn't see it at first, but I saw it after.
What did it look like?
Well, it had like.
Why didn't you take no pictures?
They got pictures of it. It do.
I don't have any pictures of it.
You can get your medical records from Duke.
I want to see it.
They had rubber. They said it was like a rubber band wrapped around your leg, so it was wrapped around real tight, and then your foot was big, and then your toes were
like a balloon, but with little toes.
Yeah. Mhm. So I didn't see it till after the fact when he changed your pamper.
Who changed the doctor?
You did.
Oh.
We was in the room when he changed your pamper. That's when I saw him
What was your first reaction?
crying.
What is this? What are those?
No, I was crying like a baby.
Why?
Because you my baby, I supposed to cry. I
And
was
you know-
emotional.
You her first child.
I was emotional.
Ain't that what how you was with DJ?
When I first had DJ,
Yeah.
You were like that with Ted.
I said no, I was not. I was not crying with Teddy. I was crying, but I was crying for DJ.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't crying for Teddy.
But yeah, you did cry with DJ.
Yeah. Is that my baby?
With DJ.
But yeah, so when after you gave birth, what was the plan? Like what happened? What was the plan? What was
But
Wilson, what was Wilson talking about?
You stayed in the hospital for 4 days. Stayed in
You checked out.
No, I didn't check out. Well, we checked out on the same day. That's how it went down. We checked out on the same day because I had stitches and I had to get up because they took you to do. But I couldn't ride with you to the ambulance because I had stitches.
Yeah, but what was the process before this? Like, what did Wilson say after I was born?
Oh, you was going to Duke.
Why couldn't Wilson do something?
Well, they didn't have their equipment here to do anything.
So they said, you just gonna leave. You just gotta get out.
No, they didn't say I had to get out. They had to send you to Duke. They put you in the ambulance by yourself and sent you to Duke.
That is depressing.
No parent, no daddy, no nothing.
No.
Just
All my life I had no daddy. It's like, I'm just playing. I had no parents. I was adopted. At that moment, that's where the adoption center came in. I didn't know who my parents was. I went in the ambulance by myself.
And for a whole 5 days, I didn't know what your name was.
You didn't name me at the hospital?
y'all. Her name was
You
no.
were baby girl Hamer.
That is very sad. That's very sad. And then, out of all things that you could possibly have picked out in those 5 days, you named Tia.
Yes, girl.
Tia?
Yes, girl. 3 letters.
She was stuck to that
5 days.
Let me tell you.
9 months.
Let me tell you though. Somebody wanted me to name you Mia.
I would have been okay with that.
To go with Maya.
Oh, I would have been okay with that. Oh, this is getting depressing.
You would definitely have two.
Every moment.
That came up in the conversation.
Who thought Mia?
Michelle.
Here we go. we gonna do that? Okay, so what did they tell you was happening before I even went to do? What did they tell you was the game plan? What was happening?
So you supposed to have met this doctor, and he's supposed to have examined you when you got there, and then he was gonna go from there.
So y'all didn't know what was happening.
No, we didn't.
Y'all just sent the baby on
Well, I was there.
to the woodworks.
No, me with the way Daddy drive, we got there before you got there.
Y'all, he was
Really out
hard
here.
down the
Was he
highway.
driving that truck, the pickup truck?
He was driving his car. He had a car during that time. We got there because we heard you crying in the background.
What was Granddaddy saying? What was his reaction to everything?
Oh, he was so concerned about you. He was concerned about you and concerned about me.
So did you already tell people that it was a deformity?
Yeah, they knew.
So what was your husband saying when y'all found out it was a deformity before I was born?
I suppose I went to Duke and went and had some get another ultrasound done back then. He didn't go with me.
So he didn't know until the birth?
He knew, but he didn't go with me.
Oh.
So what did Grandma say?
She really didn't understand what was
Oh
going on.
yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, she really didn't understand what was going on. And to this day, she really don't understand nothing that's going on either.
I believe it. I just assumed that Grandma was, back in the day, she was a little more hip.
No, she's still the same. Most ain't going to change for her.
Still can hear.
No. Maybe because of her job.
Yeah, Bruce Willis.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. So Granddaddy went with you to where was your husband at?
He was there.
Okay. So y'all went to the dude and beat me there.
Yeah.
So what happened? Was y'all like in a waiting room waiting?
Yeah, we had to go in the waiting room.
What
to
happened? Wait for what? I was already in surgery or was I getting examined?
You were getting examined.
Okay.
And
By Finch?
Yeah, by Finch. And the doctor had to come out and talk to us.
You the man.
Yeah, he had to come out and talk to us. And
So-
when he came out and talked to us, I couldn't even sign the papers to have your surgery. I was crying so bad.
So what? So when he came to you in the weight room, he told you what? He was just gonna cut it off.
Yeah, he said he had to cut the part of your leg off because he said you can catch gangrene and that would have killed
So
you.
I didn't catch gangrene.
No, you didn't. You didn't get that.
He
far.
prevented it.
Yes.
Prevented gangrene.
Yep.
So what did they tell you about my hand?
He said the way he put it, he said you was a smart little whip. Because he said it got caught around your leg and you took your hand to try to get it off and then it got caught around your fingers.
Interesting. So why was there ever a talk about what he was gonna do to my hand? If
It
he
was,
gonna-
but he said it was gonna mess up the nerves, so he said he didn't want to mess with it.
So you just left me nubby.
If you want to say that.
Okay, so how long after birth was the surgery taking place?
6 days.
Where is this 3 days coming from?
6 days.
Okay.
Where you get 3 days from?
I've been told 3 days. I've been told football.
Who told you football?
I've been telling everybody football since I was a kid.
Who told you football? Who told you 3 days?
We are here getting clarification apparently. So did they do the surgery the same day?
No, not the same day that you went there. It was a couple of days after you got there. They did it.
So did y'all stay up there?
Yes, I had no. Well, I did leave though, cause I had to get my staples out, and your father stayed. I left for a day, so I get my staples out.
He stayed up there.
Yeah, he stayed with you.
So did he ever express? 'Cause I know some men don't like to express their feelings, but did he ever express any concern?
Not during that time, cause he knew he had to be strong for me and you. But he did
I'm a
express.
6-day-old baby.
he did express himself later on down the line about the situation.
Which was what?
He cried like a baby.
I've never heard this before.
He cried like a baby. He said he could give you his
She's
foot.
calling you out.
He said if he could give you his foot, he would.
Now I've heard him tell me that before though. And he said that it was impossible for them to give me his big corn foot on my infant foot. Y'all.
Was he drunk then?
No, it
Okay.
was completely sober.
Okay, then he was talking good sense then.
Yeah. So, what was y'all doing like during the time before surgery when they had to do prep work?
Yeah, they had to prep work and you stayed in the ICU for a good little
What
while.
was wrong with me?
That's where they put you at, ICU, until it got done.
I felt offended.
Yeah, they put you in ICU, and I went in there and saw you and sat with you and everything, and fed you, and they had you under this light. I guess that's why
I
you're
want
so
breast-
dark now.
Well, dang.
You know what? I ain't even. Not even about to.
And no,
You
I,
breastfeed? Or
no, I couldn't breastfeed her
Why?
because of the fact she was in ICU. I couldn't breastfeed her.
You still could have, because people breastfeed and they got babies in ICU. They pump.
They told me I couldn't do.
They pump.
They told me I couldn't do.
Take the bottles up there, pump it.
I should have had
It was
her.
20 years ago. They changed the rules.
Yeah. That was in 97. This 2021.
Oh. All my kids gonna get this boob.
And they did.
All of mine. So how long was the surgery? Do you remember how long I was gone?
It was. I think it was just about 2-3 hours. It wasn't that long. It wasn't that long at all.
What was y'all thinking? I won't come back with no legs.
Well, you didn't come back with it.
I ain't come back with a foot, but I'm saying y'all just what was your
We,
going through
he,
your
told,
head?
he told us how far he was gonna cut you,
Oh, okay.
so we knew that much. And
So y'all had to agree.
we had to agree to it, but the way he was saying that if we didn't agree to it, you could have got gangrene.
And died.
Why didn't y'all take pictures of it?
Back then, we ain't had no phone, we ain't had no camera.
You were like,
They act, but you acting like this is like 50 years ago.
we had no phone.
Y'all had the cameras with the little like the phone. You had
we ain't had none of that back then.
y'all had to blow it.
A female was broke.
Having kids.
I just got out of high school.
Broke, but sex is free.
That's free every day. It's free now.
It's $40, honestly.
That's that cheap sex there.
depends where you get it from.
Okay. So what happened after I came out of surgery?
Well, you went back to the ICU.
Bandaged up.
You know, your leg was bandaged. So they had it bandaged up real good. It was real good.
So when was I discharged?
You wasn't discharged. You went to your own room.
Well, dang. How long did I stay in the hospital?
You stayed in the hospital a couple of days, but yeah, you stayed in a couple of days. You stayed in the hospital a couple of days.
I thought they just cut it off and kept it pushing.
No, you stayed.
Oh, God.
They had to keep an eye on you.
For what? Gangrene.
They just want to make sure you was okay. You had your own room.
Y'all got food in there?
Did they get? Yeah, they gave us tickets to go downstairs to get some.
Y'all ain't give me none.
You had milk.
Okay. Like people don't like mashed potatoes and steak.
You couldn't eat that. Even if you wanted to, you still could eat that.
Wow, why is it playing?
Okay, so what was discharged? What they tell y'all when it was time for me to come home?
I had to,
Don't bump the leg.
I had to do all the guidelines. Everything had to be done because, you know, I was a new parent. I had to get a whole lot of books. They gave me like 10.
Did you read?
They gave me
No.
like 10, 12 books.
Well, that explains.
So I had to read all, well, I didn't read them, but I suppose I had read them.
Call the cops.
But Mama told me, them books ain't gonna teach me nothing.
Yeah, we gotta learn from experience. You know, it's trial and error.
When you were ready to eat, you were ready to eat.
Period. I'm about ready now.
I remember that day I fed you, I woke you up. Well, I didn't wake you up, I got you up. and you were eating and sleep.
Sounds like Teddy.
That's what.
Sounds like Teddy. Okay, so how was it coming home?
It was fine. We stopped at Walmart before we came home.
Y'all have this critically.
No, we had to get this thing for your bed. We still had to get this thing for your
Oh,
bed.
the cushions.
Yeah, we still had to get that before we went to the house.
Okay.
You had your own crib. Mama went out and got you a crib.
The only thing she's ever bought me my entire life.
She went out and got you a crib. That crib was the bomb.
Must be real
Won't
nice.
even let me get $5.
But it went down to the other two.
Don't be doing that, man. You gotta share. Share is caring.
So, what's next? What was the care after coming home from the hospital?
What?
Like,
I
you had
didn't,
to change the bandages and
no,
stuff?
I didn't have to change the bandages. They had it wrapped up good enough so I didn't have to change it. But one day you scared me. It came off. I don't know if you were kicking it or what.
Was you scared because you haven't seen it before?
Not since you had surgery. no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was scared. So I called Mike on the phone. I need to go to the hospital. She done took it off.
My God, that's immediately the first thing you think. Go to the hospital. It's just a minute. Put it back on. It's okay.
It wouldn't go back on.
Slide it back in the
It
hole.
would slide back on.
It's a nub. Slide it back on.
They had to re-bandage it all over again.
What did it look like? Was it like bloody?
No, it wasn't bloody. It just had a lot of stitches at the bottom. But it scared me.
That's disgusting.
And I cried. I cried the whole time.
They probably was like that lady in room 5 just need to shut up. Over dramatic.
I wasn't being over dramatic. You was.
What was my? Oh, that's another good one. What was Michael's response when he told you like the child deformed?
He didn't really say too much.
I know it was a lot of abortion.
He was so
air.
Oh
going
yeah.
on.
Yeah, well,
So,
he
you know.
he had a little say so in that
I
too.
believe it.
Pat had a little say so in that too.
Oh, I know it.
And Daddy had a little say so in that too.
Forget that.
Nobody didn't want me to have you.
Well, you know, I would throw my middle fingers out. Yeah.
Cause I remember that day I had left and Daddy brought me back to the hospital. But Daddy had came back cause he had left and came back to the hospital. And he was on his way to come to the hospital where we was cause he wanted to see you. We was at Duke. Him and his wife got in a big argument over that.
Oh, so many souls are being mentioned in this video.
Well, we talking about it. Might as well let it out.
Let it all out.
No further comment on that. What's next? What was your follow-up appointment back to the doctor?
Back to Duke.
Mm-hmm.
You was 6 months.
They waited that long? I was bandaged up for that long?
No, it came off. When it healed up, it came off by itself. But you was okay. I took care of you.
You let me touch it.
You didn't. I don't think you really paid no attention to it back then.
But then why would you have my hands covered up in every picture it was?
Because I was. It just.
It was my. You can have the nub out, but I can't touch my hand.
It wasn't even that. It was my nerve. It was just my nerve.
Your nerve says yes. Let her play with the nub, but the hand, no.
Let me tell you what you used to do when you was little. You used to put that thing in your mouth and get mad with me.
My nose?
No, your hand. Your finger.
But that's what kids do. Kids suck on their
You
fingers.
used to bite on it and pull on it.
What is this?
I was so scared you were gonna take it out.
What it tastes like, because it don't look like my other hand, so it's
I was like,
mother's gonna
and
eat
then
it.
my mom used to yell at you like, stop.
What y'all tripping for?
I swear. I was like, oh my
And
God.
every photo I've ever seen as a baby
Yes, I did.
is covered up.
Yes, I did. That was my insecurity.
And I think that's the reason why to this very day I don't even look at it.
That was my insecurity. That wasn't yours. That was my.
Yeah, but it ended
insecurity.
up being on me because I don't look at my hand.
That was my insecurity.
I'm so used to it not being there, not looking at it. It's just every photo I've ever seen, even the photo on Grandma's wall.
Yeah, you do have.
It's
the
covered
picture.
up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did that.
But the knob, let it be free. I ain't never played with it.
When you got a little older, that's how you got that hole in it that you had to go and get surgery again.
I do remember busting my leg open. I do remember that. But it was because it was itching though. So I scratched it to the point it busted open.
I remember that too.
She was tripping. I don't just like it's a hole. It's leaking. It's okay.
I remember that too.
Well, it's leaking though. Like, it's perfectly fine. But I'm just letting you know what it is leaking. It was only a little juicy juice. That's all. So, fast forward to the time it was time for me to try to walk. What was
Okay, we was.
like going to go get fitted for a foot and stuff.
Well, you got your foot when you was 9 months before you turned.
That's
a year.
early. Where is that foot? I've never. No. The ones that he threw away are foots from like 4th grade, 5th grade. I'm talking about the itty bitty.
I don't know. That's when they had the strap on the bag. That one had the strap on the bag.
What?
Yeah. It
Strap
had,
on what?
it had the strap on the bag. We had to put the strap in the bag.
Strap foot in the back of what?
Your foot. Yeah.
What?
It had a strap back here. That one had a strap back there.
How? What is that supposed to strap to?
The thing here.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yes, you had.
I always remember it being a click.
No, it had a strap, and we had to put powders on first, and then put that on.
Powders.
Yeah, we had to put powder on you, and then put that on, cause that's the only way it would fit on you.
I do remember having to putting powder on.
And
But
then,
now I don't even got to put powder on. They got it to the point where I can just stick it on that stick.
and then when you turned 3 years old, you started to put it on yourself. So I was like, well, let her go ahead and do it.